the Hobbit sing for you while you eat your cherry tomatoes. Is that a reference I would get if I was a Harry Potter fan? I fear that one went over my head otherwise. So, playing the rock slide on the left here puts Scar to 1 cost, which is great. I missed on Mystique and Darkhawk here, unfortunately. Does 26 win the right? I think it probably does. This is close. It's a really clean first game. Anti-Venom's been a super impressive card. Hey, No River, thanks for the half a year. Welcome back. You think Anti-Venom is worth 6,000 tokens? I honestly think it might be. I think it's a solidly playable card with a kind of unique effect. I think if you're someone who has a moderate amount of resources, you're sitting on tokens, and you're not really sure what to get, I think you'll get a lot of playtime out of Anti-Venom. Have a favorite sci-fi fantasy setting or books? No, not really, offhand. I also haven't really read a book that was above a 3rd grade reading level for like the last decade and a half. My oldest son is 10. It's not a lot of time. You gonna do another series 4 or 5 tier list in the future? Yes. I'm overdue for doing one. Usually I do them every quarter. But because they told us series drops are coming next month, I'm waiting to find out which cards are going to Series 3, so they're not included in the list. So we're supposed to get an update on series drops on the 25th on Monday, so I'll probably do my tier list next week. This beats Ultron, yeah? Because we'll quake the Vibranium mines over to here, and then this will get 6 more. So this will be 16. 18? Yeah. Right? This will be 18 plus 26. And their things will be only 20? Yeah. Ah, Quake is so good. When are they going to nerf math? Asking the real questions. Alright, don't shake me, Daddy. Hopefully they're on the odd deck that's not on Shang. Oh my goodness. We haven't showed them anything that says we're a Darkhawk deck yet, either. We're still good, yeah? Yep.
Victory.
Hey, I found a rock. Hey man, I'm Cook.
Cast into Korg, cast into cast again. That's evil. I think I'm okay? Question mark.
I found a rock.
absolutely dominated. Proxima Knight cannot be added to the Professor X League, though.
Victory.
Well, this is easily the best feeling Darkhawk deck I've played in a little bit. Out of tomatoes and cheese, Chad, is very sad. I'll have to get some more later. Oh, speaking of things that are sad, I wanted to quake the Jotunheim into here. I guess we'll just armor the hollow. Dimension's not stellar for a move deck, so we got that going for us at least.
Opponent snapped.
Lose to, like, Doctor Strange Heimdall, I guess?
I am Iron Man.
I see the way.
Oh, fuck you. Oh, that's so frustrating. Feels so bad to lose the 66%er to an emoting Jack Toad. Hit either of our 3-power things they lost. Would have been +4. Thankfully, we muted them before they hit their good variants.
Legendary.
Are you not stepping on purpose in order for content to? Yeah, I just want to see as many games as possible actually play out.
Opponent snapped.
That was a Red Hulk that just popped up, yeah? That was okay. Guess we'll stay.
Escaped.
I have to say, playing Post Infinite has thoroughly convinced me Marvel Snap does not have a new player problem. There are so many people at low collection levels inside of Infinite. And there are obviously not a ton of people, and there's obviously a lot of people who are new are not making it to Infinite. I don't know how you can play for this long. I'd already have broken my phone against the wall. I used to fly across the country to lose my first round to missing my third land drop in game 3. Ben Brode giving me cripplingly bad location variance in a game that I'm playing from the comfort of my home doesn't even remotely make a top 10 list for worst beats that are going to happen to me over the course of a day. Actually, just not a big deal. It is incredibly rare that I've ever been mad on stream. And the couple of times that it's happened were essentially wholly because of things unrelated to games. Low collectible players getting to the first for the first time through the season pass card being good. No, there's always low collectible players making it to Infinite. It's just I don't usually play ladder, so I don't see them. Because Conquest has collection level based matchmaking in it, whereas Infinite ladder does not. I just normally I don't get to see these players because they're not in the same format that I'm playing. Same game mode that I'm playing, whatever you want to call it. I think we win this with Iron Man with only 2 cards, yeah. Oh, Max hurts Darkhawk. He does, doesn't he? Is this enough? How much is this? This is 9 and 6, 15. This is 30. They're rated 27. That's actually not enough. Huh? Interesting. This is 12 and 1836. I think I'm supposed to do this. I think I'm just supposed to accept the Darkhawk strings. Are you still taking deck submissions? Yeah, I've got over 3,000 people in here. We're gonna be shooting for a bit. 10 out of 10, down for more deck submissions. It might be right to go Luke Iron Man simply because they need to play a card here and then would have to play 2 here. They did. Okay.
I am Iron Man.
Oh my gosh! The Maximus made the Darkhawk dodge the Shang-Chi. Woo, doggy. You wish your brain was as big as mine. You wish your brain was as absolutely massive as my cranium is. Just like we drew it up, video gamers. I'm so smart. So smart. Brilliant. Brilliant, in fact. We do super giant control. Definitely Lutek. Oh, apologies about it.
Hey, you found a rook. Hey man, I'm Cook.
Hey man, I'm Gord. I'm not great. Absolute garbage. Checks out. Oh, that's really sad. I kind of wanted this for next turn. I guess I do this now? I guess I do this now. How do you get the booster cap in 4 hours? The booster cap doesn't reset based on the day reset, which is awkward and weird. Ravona as our Anti-Venom card is sad. We'll play it, but... Do I want to try an Anti-Venom again here, or do I want to Cloning Mets? The Cassandra. Is it this? Think of this. Oh. 5 cards in hand. They MODOK. They gain 16 on the left, and 8 in the middle. They'd be 16 in the middle. You can't beat MODOK, but they also just might not have it because we brick so many draws on them. I guess it depends on where they play it. This beats MODOK middle. we lose this breaker, yeah. The scoring goes right, we lose outright. Yeah, we're losing either way. Really needed Anti-Venom's card to be any of our hits. Mystique with no Iron Man, no Darkhawk is big sad. Darker, thank you for the 1.5 years. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Josh, thank you for the baker's dozen. Good evening.
Opponent snapped.
There aren't amazing Anti-Venom hits here, for being honest. So Hawk ends on 15 if we Korg.
Friendly neighborhood Spider-Man here.
Oh. So we're winning left regardless. Well, the problem is I can only get to +10 anywhere else, yeah? No matter how I slice it. We were hoping for Mystique to come off the top so we could add a good chunk. If we would have hit Mystique, it would have been, what, 12, 15, 17 this turn, which would have been enough to win one of the other two, I think. As is, we gotta go. I will say one of the upsides of constantly playing into the same people is they're all already pre-muted, since we mute everybody. Stick around. Oh, did they retreat as well? They did. That's funny. They were bricked. I guess they were where we were likely to have the Mystique. Should have stayed.
I found the rock.
Oh, that's really weird. Dara's never-ending stream seems to have ended. I for one am shocked and surprised. We bricked on the Mystique and retreated the last game, but our opponent also retreated. I really want an Anti-Venom. It'd be 8. It'd be 11. US agent here is beating my Anti-Venom. I think I'm just copying this. We're gonna need Luke Cage to win this set, I think. Oh, they didn't compete for the left at all. That's surprising. Well, I guess their hand was mostly full. This actually didn't draw them any extra cards. That's good for us. Speaking of good for us, how's that one? What do we think, gamers? Is this a Darkhawk game? I don't think it's a Darkhawk game. Zero doesn't seem very good. I know, I'm trying. Alright, and there's Lucas. Oh no! Who puts freaking Mirage in their deck? Come on, that's not real life. That's not real life. Maybe they got my Luke Cage, right? Copium? Maybe they got my Luke Cage. That's fine. I'm playing for all three. This is fine. I think we're good. The Cassandra is 12 on the right. The Iron Man is infinite in the middle, and the Mystique is... This deck seems sweet, chat. Swap Iron Man, Mystique. I have Luke Cage on the right, chat.
I am Iron Man.
I'm winning the center, yeah? I'm winning the center in the right. Nice deck cards, gamer. Get out of my game. Anti-Venom is really good. Anti-Venom is really good.
Victory.
And honestly, part of Anti-Venom's power is simply the fact that Luke Cage feels like a really strong card. And so you get this powerful payoff that encourages you to play Luke Cage. Well, I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to fit Darkhawk into my curve with the Iceman. We are now. Hey, Jason. Thank you for the 19 months. I appreciate that. Welcome back. Bounce Enjoyer here for the opponent. Get back soon. Got to head to class. You should be here when you're done. A lot of these bounce decks play Shadow King is something to be aware of with our Cassandra Nova. Is there a wait/line for viewer decks to be played? I have one more lined up after this. But I am intending to give this deck a double run, so it'll probably be about an hour for anything that gets submitted before it gets played. We're gonna be here for a while, so it will get played today if you submit something. I think this deck is much worse without Anti-Venom, unfortunately. The card is incredibly powerful.
I am Iron Man.
Woo! Dodging bullets. Does this beat Shadow King Middle? They would wipe their points off, and then I would be at 12. Over here, I'm going to go to 22, and then another 8. I'm going to go to 30. Yeah, that seems likely to win. Valentina's replaceable. You can play another good two energy card. You play like Lizard or Jeff. Meta shift, then as you high an Anti-Venom or just more time with the card. Just more time with the card. Card's good. When Anti-Venom released, I really just wasn't enjoying Snap. I don't think we really had a strong opinion on it, if I recall. This was, it's one more cube. Let's see how it plays out, Stay.
Victory.
Obviously, you shouldn't spend any resources until they announce the series drops next week, but I think Anti-Venom's a solid token pickup if you're sitting on any amount of tokens and you like the look of the decks with him in it. He's pretty unlikely to rerun anytime soon. They take a while to come back around. I think it's a fine pin and grab later. All right, we're gonna roll an advert, then we're gonna play some more of this when we get back because I enjoy Darkhawk stuff, and this has been the best Darkhawk deck I've played in a minute. Thanks for hanging out. Don't go anywhere, gamers. Anti-Venom feels like it needs to hit a really good card or have an uninterrupted Luke Cage. Yeah, but hitting the either-or part of that is really, really easy, right? Like, you're gonna have Luke Cage in 75% of your games, so then you're gonna hit a good card that doesn't need Luke Cage some amount of the time in the other 25%er. And it, like, has 7 points of power. Which is, like, not insane, but it's fine. Pairs with an Iron Man and goes plenty tall with Iron Man. There aren't really any bad hits for Anti-Venom in this deck. Yeah, even a lot of our cheaper cards like Armor and Quake and Korg are like, give us utility when they're played as a 0/0 in the late game. This list is 110% maximizing the Anti-Venom value. Did I talk myself into using boosters to split this card? I might have. Maybe I'll wait till 90 so I can go right to a custom card with an orange border, but might start working towards gold on him. I looked down at my Darkhawk and I was like, wait, what? It's our first airship opponent. Airship Thanos. The Thanos part of it means Reality Stone is not a certain, so you can't go all in there as noteworthy. Pour a ounce of water into the ocean here by kicking a rock in their neck. What is the gold background obtained? The gold background is obtained by splitting a card a lot. So starting on your 5th split, you have a nominal chance to get the gold background. I'm gonna go Iron Man, and then we'll go Darkhawk, and then we could go Mystique, Cassandra Nova, plus whatever we draw. Enjoy the Hulkling, bud.
I am Iron Man.
Oh, I guess there's a world where, what's his name wrecks us, right? So actually, I need to do this. I need to dodge, what's it called? Hey, Ham, 6 for the 17 months. And then, for the sake of playing around Reality Stone, I just do this, yeah?
Victory.
This deck incidentally being good into the deck I hate playing against. Feels nice too. Be gone, interloper. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. I think Marvel Snap's last OTA was really good. I think it pushed the format back into a spot that's really solid. I think if Second Dinner gives us some quality series drops and communicates about their plans for the future a little bit, as we head into December, we're going to finish the year out really strong. Do you think this deck would play on the ladder as well, or would you stick strictly to Conquest with it? My dear gamer in Christ, please look at the video game being played on your screen. Please, I'm begging you. Hands and knees. Hands and knees begging you.
Always changing.
Opponent snapped.
I think I was supposed to leave here. I think I want to leave.
Escaped.
Yeah, for reference, we haven't been playing Conquest for the last couple of weeks, and I imagine we're done with Conquest on stream. Queuing into... Although, it's worth noting, this deck's probably good in Conquest because it's good into Erishim. The reason why I'm not playing Conquest is I don't want to play against Erishim over 20% of the time. I want to, when we hit the Erishim, be able to retreat for one. Can you give your thought process on why you left that game? Your hands seem kind of fine. No, they were a linear deck that puts big numbers into play that had 2 good enablers on the board, and my deck doesn't profitably interact with their deck at all. We're not playing things like Shadow King. So you're right that my draw was fine in that last game. but that wasn't a matchup where my draw is going to line up into theirs. The matchup, though, is going to be more about how good their draw is versus how good mine was. And if they're snapping, it means they think theirs is good, so I'm going to leave. Really want to get this out of my hand, but I don't really want to play it in dash. I don't really want to play it in dash straight M, so it's gonna fill. I have a ton of stellar anti-venom targets here, but I got a few that are okay. Like that one, chat. That one's okay. Alright, Luke. I need you to do your thing, dude. Please and thank you. Show up. Both go left. Yeah, I'm aware. I'm looking. I want the cards. Where we snap in a normal game, not without Luke. Yeah, no Lucas, no thank you, we're dead. Opponents never retreat in a game in their life where they lose to Luke Cage. It's a shame we can't clean him out.
Escaped.
Yeah, that's what I was talking about with Anti-Venom. I think a big part of Anti-Venom being so strong is he makes you want to play Luke Cage as an enabler. And there's a lot of decks where Luke Cage is very strong into. Spoon, thank you for the 5 gifted subs. It's very generous of you. You're having a wonderful time of day wherever you're at in the world. Gorgeous split and variant. Good looking. I have to retreat if they snap, I think, on the Mirror Dimension Kunlun Iron Fist deck. Shade too, because our hand's really good. Vacation variance is just something else. Zomp, thank you for the 3/4 of a year. Welcome back. Lot of numbers here.
I am Iron Man.
I am the Sorcerer Supreme.
Puts me to 30 on the right, and it puts me to 32 on the left. That math wrong? That math wrong. This is 28 over here. We'll limp for one and let them do their thing. Maybe we have a snowball shot here.
I am Iron Man.
Oh, did I miscount? Oh, I forgot. I forgot Luke Cage was gonna give him his base power back.
I am
That's what I messed up on the right. I was like, how did we get so much bigger? We had another +6 I forgot to count.
I am the sorcerer.
Yeah, GG. You know, maybe this is on me. I messed this up. I should assume that they're not going to play hard for the path I have Iron Man in, meaning I should have put 7 power from these two over here and put the Darkhawk over here. In my brain, I shortcutted, oh, they're gonna play for Kunlun because they get bonuses there when they move into it. But in reality, they don't want to try and contest my Iron Man path because I'm representing the most stats there. So in terms of hedging which of these is slightly bigger and which of these is slightly smaller, I should put the one that's a bit bigger over here where they don't know I'm going to stack a bunch of points. That game was inside of my control. It kind of feels like a flip, but given the information that's on the board, my opponent's less inclined to play for the right. So like, it is, but it isn't. This deck's been really impressive. It's had really solid number outputs while also being a little bit disruptive. I dig what we're doing. Oh, my energy, anti-venom edge. Adam Webs is cute. They can get it going. The current state of Annihilus having a hard time getting going with him. He doesn't really have any optimized decks at the moment, I think would be my descriptor of him. They're cooking. I mean, they're probably just playing bounce move. That's Frigga's best deck. I think it's Darkhawk now, so I can Mystique next turn. And then ideally we top deck Korg. Annihilus sending 0 power cards across wasn't really a direct upgrade for Annihilus so much as it was a nerf to Debris. So no, I don't think making Annihilus hit 0 power things is a good change. I think that's a bad change. Can't realistically play for all 3 here, so I think we're dead. I mean, I guess I could do this. This is only 10 here up to 17. They pull Human Torch out. They put, say, Dagger here would be 8. I guess I'm beating Dagger here. Can I lose this path and expect to win the others is the question. Cassandra Nova is only 11 on the left is the problem. So if they move this Human Torch to the left, they tie there. And then I'm definitely losing the Breaker. Can we beat Eliath? And I'm just trying to figure out if we can beat them moving around cards on the board before I start thinking about cards in their hand. You gotta go one step at a time. I think on average we lose to a lot of permutations of them shuffling things around, and then you factor in cards them playing out as well. That's probably worth leaving. Honestly, this deck probably wants a Shadow King. Valentina's probably better as Shadow King. Someone was asking about that card earlier. I wanted something that we could kind of play on curve that's probably less important than blowing people out with busted tech cards. We've hit the move matchup a couple of times. It's felt bad both times. Shadow King on the armor slot. Stop it. Put some respect on armor's name. Valentina's 6-drop has been actually worthless so far when we played. Really balanced Shuro. I only enjoy single-player games that can, like, double as a movie. Single-player card games aren't really my jam.
Oh, snap.
Dipshits before we engage with the snap mechanic.
Victory.
Swap real quick. Shadow King technically also has synergy with the Anti-Venom. According to Cloning Match, we have something to do next turn if we don't draw something useful. Here's my US agents. Probably not traditional discard. Play. I'd probably snap at this point. I was into that sort of thing. Fine. Could certainly be worse. This will be my deck for Deadpool's Diner. I can only imagine how much airship there's going to be there. Yeah, I expect the answer is a lot. Diner goes live tomorrow at Rollover, right? Get us some King E-Tree. bud. Lucas? Lucas. Man, that was the worst draw on my deck, yeah? Wanted to either quake them out of Bar Sinister or draw Luke to stop the US agent. Oh, we know Quake's on the bottom. Yeah, it was a 50-50. So this is 16 on the left with Korg. I think it's this. Keep them honest on the right, and then kind of put points everywhere. This puts 18 over here, up to 23. It puts 4 over here, and then obviously we're still 37 in the middle. Giving out lots of shillings. Yep. Yeah, we're still floating around 3,000 people. So we're going for a little bit here. I want to make it really clear that it is never the player's fault if you enjoy a deck that I don't like or that the community as a whole doesn't like. It is not your job as my opponent to generate game experiences that I am going to find fun. It is the designer's job to make sure that the game is enjoyable for the people playing it. You should never feel like you need to apologize for playing a deck that is good or playing a deck that brings you joy to play it.
Hey, I found a rook.
Is watch time the only way to collect shillings? You can get nominal amounts of extra shillings for cheering 50 or more bits and gifting a sub once per month. And then tier 2 and tier 3 subs collect shillings a bit faster while watching. One of the things I will say about AI in certain, and I'm gonna put AI in quotes in the business space, is that I've talked before how I spent time as an automation engineer in corporate America before I got my job here full time that I do now. And there are a lot of people who, for whatever godforsaken reason, refer to any amount of computer automation as AI. That's just really not the case. It's one of the reasons why when I talk about things like creative and art generation being wage theft, I always try to include the term generative AI, because generative AI is a specific subset that I am talking about in that instance. Using automation and tools like programming to make tedious jobs not be something humans have to do is something computers are great for and should be done. But there's a huge difference between having a computer program scrape thousands of lines off a spreadsheet and organize it in a way that's convenient and makes sense, and having a computer program scan in the works of thousands of creatives that they're not paying for their work and then mimicking that work afterwards. The big difference between those two things. Actually, I'm gonna put Iron Man in the center so that way if they put any amount of power here, they have priority, so I can Shadow King them. Well, I guess I don't want to Shadow King here though, right? It's close. So they're only playing one card.
Iron Man. That's interesting.
It only gets me up to 16 on the right. We dead. The hope is they just try and don't play. They don't try and play for my Iron Man path. Thanks for the 11 months, Okari. Welcome back. There's also a world. Is this crazy? Call me maybe. This puts me to 8, 9 here, and they'd be at 6. It's close. It's real close. Yeah, they just didn't play for here. Damn. Oh my gosh, and we still won anyways. God, Shadow King's such a jacked up Marvel Snap card. Actually just insane. Alright, we won either way. Yeah, there should definitely be a Shadow King in here.
I am Iron Man.
Bye, friends. Mighty fine sandcastle you got there.
Victory.
Alright, I think this is another one that gets, goes from viewer deck in the title to, gets a name in the deck editor so we can play it. We can play it again in the future. This felt really clean. The addition of Shadow King is another way to kick sandcastles. Felt great. Anti-Venom's a card I'm super impressed with. And this deck especially, like, even without Luke Cage, almost every hit in our deck with Anti-Venom has value as a 0 power thing. Ravona Renslayer is kind of the one that sucks, and even that one's kind of okay. I think this is just a regular variant. Whatever. Yeah, this felt really clean. If you're someone that really wants to beat up on Aeroship Thanos, while also having a deck that's probably generically good into the field, this seems like a great choice for that. Alright, we are going to roll some adverts, and then our next viewer request is to play some Super Giant Control. So we're going to find a deck list for that and play it up when we get back. I think Quake is much better than White Widow. White Widow is basically a one-trick that'll only work with armor, which is pretty narrow.